All right, hello everyone. I got another awesome raid for you here. It is 88727. Like three in a row at least. I don't know if the raids are back or I did something that is justifying giving me better, much better raids than before, but raids are suddenly looking up and that is a good thing. So I found several people had raided this base. I already knew what was going on. This is a base that has two entry points. One of them is requires 2C4 and makes the least amount of noise, believe it or not. And that was right there where I was pushing in on that corner. If you go that way, there is a tripwire that you can avoid. And definitely siphon off your gas and bring some empty bottles to make it so you can get all this gas here. And the other way only requires 1C4. And I kind of pause it here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up my gas. And then I'm going to take my C4 out. I'm trying not to screw up again with that. It's a recurring problem with me, but I am ready to go ahead and blow through the entry point. Well, I'm going to go through the wood first here. So these three walls here, you can go through. It doesn't matter which one. And I don't know what's in all this stuff. I watched one guy who couldn't get to the core, and he popped a few of them open. They were all right, but nothing special. So you can go through this door. Makes the least amount of noise right here. But there's a turret that you'll have to kill, maybe, depending on how you want to do this. So the other three walls there's a chest, and if you pop one of those walls, you'll have to go through the chest too, so it's a bunch more noise. So I decided to go through the door and just take a little damage from the turret. This other turret here, I'm sneaking up on it with the katana. And this time somebody told me you could do the sneak attack over and over on this thing, and it did work. But it kind of has a weird effect. It basically does a sneak attack followed up by a regular attack, even though I only push it once. So sneak, and then another hit. Sneak, and then another hit. And it's gone. So that's a pretty cool little trick. And now this other turret here, I'm going to enter this core room right here, but this other turret, I didn't have to kill it, but I decided that because I didn't want any accidents on this one, like the big one's chasing me out and I take a hit and then the turret hits me like 4 or 5 times on my way out, I just decided it wasn't worth it. You don't have to kill him. If you go in from the other side where the tripwire is, you can sneak up on that guy and use a katana or whatever. So I just went ahead and decided to blow a little VSS on it and get it over with. And now I'm going for my C4. And into the core we go. So right here is a good spot to enter. The second one up, that is where all the really good things are here. So we'll take care of this wave. Now on this raid, this has been a recurring issue as well. I'll watch these videos of these guys in like 1.9 1.9 or 1.9.1 or whatever, 2 or whatever. And there's always more guns than what I see. And I've heard that right there. So I got my first ever Halloween paint, and that is awesome. I now only need the leopard, fire, and Hello Kitty. paints. Also another snorkel is pretty awesome. The white paint and the Z cards I decided not to get. I have enough of that stuff. If it was 20 Z cards, I'd probably grab it, but not for 9. And a scar. So I'm pretty sure all these boxes are loaded with guns, but they're being edited out. The other raids I was watching, they had maybe 50%, 75% more guns than what I'm encountering. And so somebody had suggested that in the more recent update, they went ahead and further edited the gun supplies even lower in raids, so you don't get as big of jackpots. So that's probably what's going on. So if you're seeing less guns in a raid than you saw somebody else do, I'm sure that's what's happening. And what I did was I watched a couple of these videos. I drew up a little chart of this room to find out which of these trunks I wanted to open and which ones I did not. And so I didn't waste any. So this one only had 4 Glocks. The other guy had like 8 Glocks in here, and several of them were modified. Not that that matters anymore, but and I think I'm gonna load up my chopper. Okay. So always put a rare chopper paint up in your chopper. That gives you an extra space. And I went ahead and put my stuff away. And then I remembered that I should take the generator. So there's like 3 generators down there. And I really timed this well, as you can see. So I'll set that on there, and if my chopper had been much farther, I might not have made it. The good thing about the suicide trick is you can steal 2 generators or engine blocks or whatever. And since they actually have a use now, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to grab my military pack. And kind of deciding what to do here. All right. Yay. Grab my engine or my generator. And I put that away, drop this stuff. Cool. This revenge raid I'm doing was a little bit of a surprise. As you might know, I'm hard at work trying to get my skulls back up. So I just finished my task to do another raid. I was just dropped from 3 skulls down to 2, and I was rushing to go get back up to 3. And when I turned the game on, there it is, a revenge raid. So right after this, posting this, I'm going to go ahead and do my actual raid, and I will be back up to 4, which is pretty sweet because it's only been like 3 days or so since I've been working on this, and I'm already back up there, so that's pretty cool. All right, so let me get geared up again. I didn't bring a ton of armor here because there is armor to be had, but the timing didn't work out too good, but whatever. So white paint and the Z cards, you're not going to bother. The fishing pole, I got a couple of them already, and you can craft those. They're not too expensive, but I think it's like 5 steel or something. So now I'm looking at my little chart, deciding which ones to pop open. And I think this one was supposed to have like 4 M16s or something, and surprise, empty. And that one had like a shotgun and something else, and instead it just had a shotgun. So and here's me not doing my best at taking care of these guys, but whatever. And then my armor's breaking, and I'm dying. I almost died. Ridiculous. Getting stuck on trunks like a noob. Sad. All right. That was not my intention. I thought one of those trunks was going to have an M16, and I was going to use that, and I was getting a little surprised that nothing was in them. I'll kind of go over everything at the end here, but I'm still deciding which one I want to pick. And this one had more guns. So 2 AKs. And there were a few trunks in here that nobody had opened yet, and obviously my curiosity was this red one only had a flare gun. These black ones seemed to be full of SWAT armor. That orange one, I didn't know what was in it. I'm going to go ahead and grab this other generator real quick. So I'll jump ahead, I hope. Pause, dude. There you go. Okay. Putting the shotgun on to take care of the abominations if they get in my way, which sometimes happens. Yeah, and I'm kind of nearing the end of my noise here, so I'm having to decide what I want to do. Obviously, I need armor, which I wasn't really planning on going for any armor. I just wanted a bunch of guns. And I was discovering I wasn't getting very many guns, so move that out of my way, because I definitely want to see what's in that orange chest. So this green one right here is loaded with saw blade maces. And that was kind of my plan B, depending on how many guns I got, was to just stock up on those. And that one I also didn't know what was in it, that orange one. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the SWAT armor, just because I need it. The one behind the door and the one behind the turret are absolutely filled with SWAT. The other two black ones, I don't know. I didn't see them. So there could be something different in there. It could be, I assume it's all just nothing but SWAT. But it could be tactical or something. The black one and the 3 in the middle right here were empty. I didn't mean to hit that one. The 3 that I did not hit, the 2 blacks and the blue, were definitely empty in the other videos. Alright, so here we go. I did not know what was in that one. I'm just softening these up right now. That gray one in the top right was also empty. Or on the right. Got 1 axe left. I always get worried that I'm going to soften up the chest and then discover that, oh, that was your last axe. Now you're not getting anything. All right. So that's my game plan for messing with the big one. It's just to hit those. And I'm Double checking, thinking, hoping I'm not making mistakes like usual. So here we go. And it has nothing. I didn't mean to do that one. I already knew that one had nothing. Part of the reason why I was hesitating over there for so long was because I was debating whether or not I wanted to do the right thing. The right thing is to always leave your body by your chopper and then go load it up with stuff. Just in case something goes wrong, you can quickly come in, hit take all, and leave. So I was debating doing that and decided not to. But that's what you're supposed to always do. And then I'm just going to be doing this for a little bit here while I'm opening up the rest. Without the auto glitch, it's not quite as easy to kill the abomination, so I was debating whether or not I wanted to bother doing that or just avoid them. Fur armor. So if you're in need of that, that's where it is. Here's all the saw blade maces. I went ahead and just did a quick take all, and I'm splitting here. And I almost got trapped there, so that's the risk you take, leaving them alive. It's always nice when you got spike traps and you can just have them get rid of themselves. So if you watched Doomerus's video, I think it was Doomerus, or was it Resback? I don't remember. I think it was Resback. If apparently certain bases here, if you run along that top right section, the zombies will despawn, and he believes it just depends on the base. And so he recommends just trying it on every base just to find out if it works or if it doesn't. And if it works, then you're in big luck, and if it doesn't, then it just doesn't work, and that's going to be the majority of them. So I did try that on the end just out of curiosity when I decided I had enough of the base. So. And it didn't work, but spoiler warning, it didn't work. All right. Always be careful when you walk around your chopper like that. You don't want to accidentally run off the screen. So you'll see what I did right there was I realized that I completely forgot to load up my chopper. And so I went ahead and just had to sacrifice one of these run-throughs to load it up. Oh, and he got me. And then I'm going to come back out and clean up my inventory and then go back in. So sorry for the delay there. Fixing a mistake. I wish my loading screens were really that short. So those two guys are in my way. And I was worried about having them follow me in here, but I took a chance and it was all right. So this one here, katanas. Not too shabby. Too bad you can't modify those. So at that point, that was about it. I didn't plan on opening anything else up. I'm pretty sure I got everything the space had to offer. And this is me trying out the despawn. And right about now, they should just run off if they're going to run off. Which he did not. And he's getting strong. Just to be safe, I always like to run them off, even though I knew I was done with the raid. Sometimes you run off the screen by your chopper and then realize, oh, I didn't do this or that, and then you can't go back into the base. I did have this one axe I could have swapped out for another saw blade or katana or whatever, but it wasn't worth going back in. He was already getting pretty strong. Not worth risking it. All right, back at the base. Hoping for a mod there. I've probably put a dozen guns in there and no mods. The mods are getting really sad. So the Christmas paint I didn't need. I had one, but it's such a rare paint. I wanted to have at least two. Halloween paint, the engine parts, a scar, plus all of this, and the SWAT armor I'm wearing, and 2 generators. So very, very nice haul. My weapons, less than a week ago, I was almost completely out of guns and melee weapons. It was really sad, and all of a sudden, a few raids later, and my weapons chests are just overflowing with weapons now. I probably got about 15, 20 weapons sitting in my my raiding chest, my acid bath raiding chest here. Thanks to these raids. So there we go. That's it. I'm off to go do my 4 skull raid. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one. All right. Bye-bye.